Hello, I'm Emmett.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Purple Husky Man. And I'm not going to waste your guys' time. This movie is brilliant. Fantastic film. So let's just dive right into it and see why it's so great. A reason of why the Lego movie works so well is the writing is top-notch. The writing is phenomenal. I want to be a screenwriter when I grow up, so this is very inspiring for me to see. And it's given me quite a few ideas, actually, but that's not the point. The point is, though, it has very great writing. It's hilarious. Like, literally every joke hits. It's a laugh-a-minute movie, and where you're actually laughing every minute. And, just some very great things. Now, of course, the story has been done before. Of course, it's the, like how a normal guy, they're just normal, very by the books. Then they see something, and it turns out that they can actually change the fate of the world. We've seen it before, but the thing is, the movie knows we've seen it before, and they parody all these little cliches, and they make references to it. And this movie perfects meta humor and breaking the fourth wall. It's fan. Plus, there is an extremely heartwarming ending, which I'm not gonna spoil here, but it's just so great to see. Let's talk about our characters. Now, we first have our two main, Emmett, and he's a nice little optimistic fellow, just loves everybody, but isn't a very original person. And then we have Wildstyle. Oh yeah, she is our girl. She's the love interest for Emmett. She's very sassy. She sort of has this whole tough girl thing with her. It's really great. Oh, and her boyfriend is Batman. Yes, that's right. That's a great thing about this movie. They can include all these pop culture references, and they work. It's just so hilarious. Like, there's Abraham Lincoln there at one point, and Michelangelo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love Wonder Woman in this. It's just a lot of great cameos. I also loved Lord Business, the villain, who's an over-the-top villain, and they get some really hilarious moments out of him. Bad Cop, he is great. He's Lord Business's sort of like assistant, I guess you could say, or like basically slave almost. And he's very, not only is he funny, but he's also, in a sense, intimidating. And finally, Vitruvius, played by Morgan Freeman, of course, and he is great. He is great in that role, and he gets some really funny moments, and he's a nice spoof on the whole wise old guy who knows everything cliche. Also, the animation is incredible. I mean, it takes you maybe a few minutes to get used to it, but when you're into it, you're really into it. It's very visually stunning to watch. The only negative thing I have to say is there were a couple of times where it felt it was kind of dragging a little bit, like maybe there were a couple of scenes that went on for too long. But other than that, this is a really great film, and if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend you do.
3 years later, I shot the frost in, smelling like a blossom. Everything is awesome. Stepped in mud, got new brown shoes. It's awesome to win and it's awesome to lose. Awesome to lose. Everything is better.